Hi guys, John and Dave here with undercoatingthecan.com. Today we want to talk to you about the importance of undercoating your vehicle and why you need to be doing it. Now David, I've got a vehicle out there, it's 6-7 months old, right off the lot. I look underneath it, looks great. Why do I need to undercoat that vehicle, David?
So John, that's kind of the question that a lot of new vehicle owners ask themselves is, why do I have to get this thing rust-proof?
That's good.
What's the sense? The outside of your vehicle looks awesome, and I've seen it and it does look good.
Yep.
Because it has a dip coating on it, a primer coating on it, a top coat on it, a clear coat on it.
Right, then we're talking about the body here, right?
We were talking about the outside.
Exactly,
what
right.
you see has 4 different layers of outside protection.
Exactly.
The only thing the underbody really got was the dip coating at the very beginning.
Okay.
The exterior has 4 layers of protection. The bottom has 1, maybe 2, but definitely not enough protection for the road debris and the gravel and the salt and the brine and the conditions that our vehicles see in 2021.
All right, David, like I said earlier, my truck outside is like 8 months old. I have a car wash membership, so I wash it religiously, and especially in the winter, living up here in the Northeast, sometimes 2-3 times a week. I know I shouldn't be concerned, like I'm washing all that stuff off the undercarriage.
And John, I would agree that when you look at the exterior of your vehicle, you're doing a fine job keeping the appearance up. But underneath, a lot of car washes don't have the pressure washing shooting up that is going to remove that road brine that the state DOTs and the local folks are using to keep the streets clear of ice and snow. They just don't. It's sticky, it likes to stay on your car, and it really has to be pressure washed off aggressively. So even though you're seeing a car wash on a regular basis, you still need corrosion protection. You still should investigate undercoating your car.
It's funny you're saying that because I do remember reading an article, just doing some research on undercoatings, and one of the things I read was some states actually use beet juice to get the different road brines and things to stick.
Right, so they have sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, and calcium chloride that they put on the roads. And that beet juice or pickle juice, it's sticky.
Yeah.
And it clings onto your steel.
They want it to stick to the road, and when it's coming up, now it's sticking to your steel.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then every time it gets wet, you're reactivating that solution, and it's on your car. So you're reactivating that corrosion process if you don't get it off.
Well, why don't the OEMs, when they're in this process, they're already doing 1 dip or sometimes 2 dips, why don't they just do the 4? Why don't they just take that same theory or method that they're doing on the body and just apply it to the underbody?
Well, those layers of protection on the outside are specifically formulated to protect that car against UV rays, rain, sleet, snow.
Right.
If that coating was on the bottom of your car, the 4 layers that they put on the exterior, it would eat it up. It would chip it, it would bang it, it would scratch it, all the way down to the steel substrate, and it would rust.
Is it safe to say it would crack it?
You would think it would crack it, maybe cause it to flake a little.
Yeah.
It's tenacious, but it isn't tenacious enough to be an undercoating product that's going to last the life of that vehicle.
So then that leads us to undercoatings and just paint. So why can't I just go to the hardware store, pick up a can of spray paint and give it 4 layers?
Well, typically, the hardware store paint isn't designed to be an undercoating. Undercoatings are formulated to, resist abrasion, protect against corrosion. They have adhesion promoters in them. In some cases, like with our waxes, not to use a big word, but they have kind of an organometallic property that gives them a polar attraction to the steel that really changes the way it interacts with moisture coming towards it and stuff leaving the coating. So they're just formulated to be used as undercoatings, and it's different than the exterior coating, and it's different than your hardware paint.
I'm gonna go ahead and say they're built different.
Right, they are. They are built different.
Well, that was a great explanation of why we need the undercoat and the importance of undercoating. And based on what David's saying, it's never too late to undercoat, right?
Right. I mean, John, it's not. And like you and I have talked many times, prevention is cheaper than the cure. Right. So it doesn't matter when you address the underbody or the rust-proofing cavities in your car, as long as you address them, because it needs to be taken care of, because your vehicle is going to get rusty.
Right, but ideally, right, I was gonna say, ideally you go ahead and you hit this early on in the process before you're starting seeing signs of corrosion to prevent it from even happening.
Right, it's an asset for you. I mean, you've spent a lot of money. Their cars aren't cheap.
Exactly.
So take care of it.
Right. Well, the good thing is here at Undercoating You Can, safe to say we've got stuff that you need. Anybody looking, just go ahead and visit undercoatingyoucan.com. And for undercoatingyoucan.com, I'm John, and with me is David. I want to thank you guys for watching.